Ever wonder how a single decision can change the course of history? Today, we're delving into the annals of time to uncover the top 10 worst mistakes in history. From military blunders to catastrophic events, these moments shaped our world in ways we could never have imagined. So buckle up for a journey through time as we explore the colossal missteps that echo through the ages. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos. At number 10, the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC. Romans faced Hannibal's Carthaginian forces. What was the mistake? Underestimating Hannibal's tactical brilliance. A military disaster unfolded, and the Romans suffered a devastating defeat. Hannibal showcased unmatched strategy, and the result, one of history's deadliest battles. Their mistake was clear. The Romans underestimated the enemy. Failure to grasp Hannibal's tactics led to a catastrophic outcome. The Battle of Cany serves as a reminder that underestimating opponents can have dire consequences, a lesson echoing through the pages of military history. Now, let's delve deeper into the tragic events surrounding the sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912. At number 9 on our list, this maritime catastrophe shocked the world. The Titanic, touted as unsinkable, met its untimely demise on its maiden voyage, leaving an indelible mark on history. What was the mistake? Overconfidence and a series of oversights. The Titanic was equipped with advanced safety features for its time, but complacency proved to be its downfall. The ship carried an insufficient number of lifeboats, a critical error that would cost the lives of over 1,500 passengers and crew members. As the ill-fated vessel collided with an iceberg in the North Atlantic, the crew realized the severity of the situation. The lack of lifeboats meant that a significant portion of those on board faced a grim fate. This tragedy highlighted the need for comprehensive safety measures and thorough risk assessment, teaching us valuable lessons about the consequences of overestimating technology and neglecting essential safety precautions. At number 8, we have the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. This pivotal moment in history unfolded as tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union reached a boiling point. The mistake here was a failure in communication and the risk of escalating tensions, showcasing the fragility of global diplomacy. In October 1962, U.S. intelligence discovered Soviet ballistic missiles stationed in Cuba, capable of carrying nuclear warheads. This discovery set off a chain of events that brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. The mistake began with the Soviet Union's decision to install the missiles in response to perceived U.S. aggression and the presence of American missiles in Turkey. The United States, under President John F. Kennedy, faced a critical decision. The mistake in this case was the initial lack of direct communication between Kennedy and Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev. Misunderstandings and misinterpretations fueled the crisis, leading to a dangerous game of brinkmanship. The resolution of the Cuban Missile Crisis came with the realization that effective communication and diplomacy were paramount. Khrushchev agreed to dismantle the missiles in exchange for the U.S. pledging not to invade Cuba and removing its missiles from Turkey. This moment highlighted the crucial role of diplomacy in averting global catastrophe. As we reflect on the Cuban Missile Crisis, we are reminded of the delicate balance required in global affairs. The importance of open communication, understanding each other's perspectives, and finding diplomatic solutions to conflicts is paramount in avoiding catastrophic mistakes. Taking the 7th spot on our list is the Chernobyl nuclear disaster of 1986. The Chernobyl power plant, located in Soviet Ukraine, experienced a catastrophic meltdown that released an unprecedented amount of radioactive material into the environment. The mistake that led to this devastating event can be traced back to a combination of factors. Firstly, a flawed reactor design played a significant role. The RBMK reactor used at Chernobyl had inherent safety issues that were not adequately addressed. Its positive void coefficient, a characteristic that increases reactivity when coolant is lost, contributed to the uncontrollable escalation of the reactor's power output. Secondly, operator errors played a crucial part in the disaster. During a safety test, a series of procedural mistakes and miscommunications led to a sudden power surge. The operators were unaware of the risks associated with the experiment, and the lack of proper training and communication protocols further exacerbated the situation. Furthermore, the lack of a containment structure around the reactor proved to be a critical oversight. Unlike Western reactors, the RBMK reactor did not have a robust containment structure to mitigate the release of radioactive materials in the event of a meltdown. This absence magnified the environmental and human impact of the disaster. In conclusion, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster serves as a stark reminder of the importance of thorough safety assessments, proper reactor design, and effective communication in the operation of nuclear facilities. The lessons learned from this tragedy have influenced safety protocols and policies in the nuclear industry globally, emphasizing the need for stringent measures to prevent similar incidents in the future. Coming in at number 6 is the 2003 invasion of Iraq. This event marked a significant chapter in contemporary history, driven by the belief that Iraq possessed weapons of mass destruction. The United States, along with its allies, embarked on a military campaign that would have far-reaching consequences. The mistake in this situation lay in relying on flawed intelligence regarding the existence of weapons of mass destruction. The decision-makers, including the US government, underestimated the complexity of the political landscape in Iraq. The lack of accurate information led to a misguided intervention, resulting in a prolonged and costly conflict. The aftermath of the invasion revealed the absence of the alleged weapons, raising questions about the justification for the military action. This mistake highlighted the importance of thorough and accurate intelligence gathering before engaging in significant geopolitical decisions. In retrospect, the 2003 invasion of Iraq serves as a cautionary tale about the need for careful assessment, accurate intelligence, and a well-thought-out strategy when considering military interventions. It reminds us of the broader impact that geopolitical decisions can have on regional stability and global relations. Now let's delve deeper into the Great Depression, which takes the 5th spot on our list of the top 10 worst mistakes in history. The Great Depression of the 1930s was a period marked by profound economic downturn, impacting millions worldwide. So what exactly led to this devastating event? The mistake that paved the way for the Great Depression can be attributed to a combination of factors. Firstly, there was a lack of effective regulation in financial markets. The stock market crash of 1929, known as Black Tuesday, triggered a cascade of economic problems as investors lost confidence and withdrew their funds. Furthermore, banking failures exacerbated the crisis. The banking system at the time lacked sufficient safeguards, and the failure of numerous banks led to a severe contraction of credit. People lost their savings, and businesses struggled to secure the necessary funds to operate, amplifying the economic downturn. The lesson learned from the Great Depression is the importance of sound economic policies, effective financial regulation, and the need for a robust social safety net. Governments worldwide have since implemented measures to prevent a recurrence of such a catastrophic economic collapse. The Great Depression serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of neglecting these crucial elements in economic governance. At number 4, we delve into the profound historical event known as the fall of the Roman Empire. This complex and multifaceted decline unfolded over centuries, marked by a combination of factors that ultimately led to the downfall of one of history's most influential empires. The Roman Empire's demise can be attributed to a confluence of internal and external challenges, beginning with a decline in military strength. The once mighty Roman legions faced difficulties in recruitment, training, and maintaining discipline. This weakened military prowess left the empire vulnerable to external threats. Political corruption also played a pivotal role in the unraveling of the Roman Empire. The widespread prevalence of bribery, nepotism, and power struggles within the ruling class eroded the foundations of effective governance. As a result, the empire struggled to address its internal issues and external pressures cohesively. Economic instability further exacerbated the situation. The Roman economy faced challenges such as inflation, over-reliance on slave labor, and insufficient taxation policies. These economic woes contributed to social unrest as the gap between the wealthy elite and the impoverished masses widened. The mistake made during this critical period in history was a failure to adapt to changing circumstances. The Roman Empire clung to traditional structures and strategies that were no longer effective in the face of evolving challenges. The inability to reform and modernize ultimately left the empire ill-equipped to navigate the complexities of the time. Despite these challenges, The fall of the Roman Empire serves as a cautionary tale for civilizations throughout history. It highlights the importance of addressing internal weaknesses, fostering adaptability, and ensuring that political, economic, and military systems are resilient in the face of dynamic global conditions. As we examine the fall of the Roman Empire, it prompts us to reflect on the lessons it offers for contemporary societies. How can we learn from the mistakes of the past to build more robust and sustainable systems for the future? Coming in at number 3, we confront the horrific tragedy of the Holocaust during World War II. This dark chapter in human history witnessed the systematic genocide of 6 million Jews by the Nazis, leaving an indelible mark on the collective conscience of the world. The mistake here goes beyond a mere historical blunder. It's a moral failure of epic proportions. The mistake was allowing hatred and discrimination to escalate to such horrifying proportions. The roots of the Holocaust lie in the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, who propagated a twisted ideology of racial superiority and anti-Semitism. The failure of international institutions and governments to recognize and confront these toxic ideologies in their early stages allowed the Holocaust to unfold. The Holocaust was not only about mass extermination, but also about the dehumanization of an entire group of people based on their ethnicity and religion. Jews, along with other targeted groups such as Romani people, disabled individuals, and political dissidents, suffered unimaginable atrocities in concentration camps and extermination centers. The world's failure to intervene and prevent the genocide from happening sooner is a stark reminder of the consequences when humanity turns a blind eye to hatred and discrimination. It emphasizes the crucial importance of standing against bigotry, promoting tolerance, and safeguarding human rights. As we remember the victims of the Holocaust, we must commit ourselves to ensuring that such atrocities never happen again. Education, remembrance, and a steadfast commitment to combating prejudice are key to preventing the repetition of history's gravest mistakes. The Holocaust serves as a poignant lesson about the fragility of peace and the responsibility we all bear in safeguarding the dignity and rights of every individual. Taking the second spot on our list is the Hindenburg Disaster of 1937. This infamous event involved the German airship LZ-129 Hindenburg, which was a large passenger airship designed for transatlantic flights. The disaster occurred during its attempt to land at Naval Air Station Lakehurst in New Jersey. The mistake that led to the Hindenburg disaster can be traced back to the choice of using hydrogen gas as a lifting agent. At the time, helium, a non-flammable gas, was not readily available to the Germans due to export restrictions. Hydrogen, though more affordable, is highly flammable. On the evening of May 6, 1937, as the Hindenburg approached its landing, a tragic turn of events unfolded. The airship, filled with hydrogen, caught fire and became engulfed in flames within seconds. The disaster was captured on film and broadcasted, leaving a lasting impact on public perception of airship travel. Following the Hindenburg disaster, the use of hydrogen as a lifting gas for airships was largely abandoned, and helium became the preferred choice due to its non-flammable properties. The tragedy also prompted advancements in airship safety measures, including the development of strict regulations and safety protocols. While the Hindenburg disaster remains a symbol of the risks associated with using flammable gases in air travel, it also served as a catalyst for improvements in aviation safety. The lessons learned from this tragic event contributed to the ongoing evolution of air travel technology and safety standards. Reflecting on the Hindenburg disaster reminds us of the importance of prioritizing safety in technological advancements. It serves as a poignant chapter in the history of aviation, urging us to learn from past mistakes to ensure the safety and well-being of future generations. Finally, our top pick for the worst mistake in history is the ongoing inaction on climate change. This issue transcends time and affects us all in the present and future. The consequences of environmental degradation, rising temperatures, and extreme weather events are threatening our planet, and the mistake lies in our collective failure to address these challenges proactively. In the face of overwhelming scientific evidence, the international community has struggled to implement comprehensive measures to mitigate climate change. The mistake is not only in the emission of greenhouse gases, but also in our inability to forge meaningful agreements and policies that can curb the impact of human activities on the environment. The ramifications of climate change are widespread and affect ecosystems, biodiversity, and the livelihoods of communities around the world. From melting ice caps to more frequent and severe natural disasters, the signs are clear. Yet the mistake persists in our inability to prioritize sustainability and environmental conservation on a global scale. The urgency to transition to renewable energy sources, reduce carbon footprints, and protect natural habitats has never been greater. The mistake lies in our continued reliance on fossil fuels and unsustainable practices, despite the growing awareness of their detrimental effects on the planet. Addressing climate change requires collective action, innovative solutions, and a commitment to sustainable practices. The mistake is in our failure to prioritize the long-term health of our planet over short-term economic gains. It's a mistake that impacts current and future generations, and it's a challenge we must confront head-on. As we navigate the complexities of climate change, the lesson is clear. Inaction is not an option. The mistake of neglecting environmental stewardship is a choice with severe consequences. It's time for nations, communities, and individuals to come together, implement meaningful policies, and make the necessary changes to secure a sustainable and resilient future for our planet. As we reflect on these historical mistakes, let's remember that learning from the past is crucial for building a better future. What are some other historical mistakes that you think should be on this list? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into our world's history.